Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a video for my Geminis out there, or a Gemini cross-watcher. This is going to be for you. You can reverse it if you need to. This may even be somebody connected to you somehow. Maybe they're experiencing this with others or another in particular. But I don't want to make this video about another person, like talk about them more than I talk about you. But the title I think I'm going to get is something to do with they feel you leaving them behind. Could this be a romantic message? Yes, but I also strongly feel that this is probably, I don't know, maybe a family member or a friend or an ex-friend even, or even like a stranger who maybe looks at you as a competitor. I don't know, but what this feels like is you're in an extremely creative energy. I feel like you're always creative. I've never met a Gemini that's not creative, man or woman. But you don't have to be a Gemini watching this. If you were drawn to click on this video or the last 3 videos, it's all about creativity and people expressing themselves the way that they individually and uniquely do. I'm getting the same thing here. This is someone who definitely sees your skill. They see your talent, they see your power, they see your creation and your recreation. They see your rise, they see you rise after you fall. They see it all. This is an individual who, they're not dumb to your abilities and your art and your craft and your personality, and they're not dumb to any of that. They're very much keen on it. They're very much aware of it. But they're also, and I want to be fair to this person because I feel that they are just as creative and talented in their own way, right? But for some reason, what's holding this person back in their life is they don't see themselves like that. Like, they really don't. Even if they appear to on the outside, they don't see themselves as creative and talented and stuff like that. Even if they know, like, parts of them are, and, you know, there's things they're good at. I don't realize, or I don't think that they realize how talented they are. So when you start just kind of rolling with it, I mean, you're on a roll, you're just going with it, you're flowing, nothing gonna stop us now. Isn't that a song? Nothing stops you. You just keep going, you keep creating, you keep recreating. That's like, wow, to this person. And there's a part of them that gets a little tad bit jealous, a little tad bit, yeah. Whether it's I'm telling you, it could be a complete stranger, you might not even know them, or it's someone who was in your life that isn't anymore, and they're like constantly looking at what you're doing and seeing like how far ahead you are than them. I think you're this person's muse, to be completely honest. Why can I not talk? I'm stuttering a lot lately. It's probably planetary influenced, but yeah, like, you are this person's muse for sure. You're definitely their inspiration, which would be like a muse. They are highly inspired by you, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I, for one, love being a muse, and I have my own muses as well. I think we all have muses, and we can all be a muse in our own way. This person may even find you amusing. They find you funny. They find you quick-witted, talented. Like, they really actually think quite highly of you, even if it's an enemy. They think highly of you. That's why they're so into your shit, you know? I don't feel enemy here, but for some of you, it could be the case. I do sense competitive, though. They have a natural competitive nature, so do you maybe as well, but I want to say, in this competitive nature of theirs, they tend to compare themselves to other successes, and you being one of them, if not the main one. And that's really kind of, if you have anyone here that was hoping to get with you or get you back or stay with you, keep you, and they feel you kind of like rising to fame, or you're rising to whatever, you're just rising to the occasion, you're just rising, you're constantly rising like a rising star. Wow, it makes them nervous a little bit. It makes them nervous because what if you forget me? What if you leave me behind? Let me tell you something else that happened to me today. I know it has to be part of the message, and I've been seeing this a lot. Like, this isn't just like your common thing that you see, you know what I mean? Was it last week, guys, or the week before, that I did a Capricorn video? And in the Capricorn video, I went ahead and talked about it in that video because it happened right before I did a Capricorn video. I had just the day before talked to my dad about cattle gaps, you know, in farms and all that, when they have cattle gaps so that horses and cattle and whatever, they don't get out. They put those cattle gaps in the ground. I believe they're called that. And my dad was just telling me about that the day before this happened. The very next day, I'm driving, taking the long way around, and sure enough, the cow got out of the cattle gap. The same thing my dad said, just like they said the Titanic couldn't sink. My dad was like, no cattle, no horses, no nothing can get past those things without hurting themselves, because they put them there on purpose so that nobody loses their cattle in case the gate's left open or someone, there isn't a gate, maybe there's damage to the gate. Hopefully it keeps the cattle in place. Well, honey, let me tell you, the cow got out of the gate. And guess what I saw today? If I still have the clip of it, I did put it in my new shorts video I just took. I put a clip of goats. And aren't Capricorns goats? So some of you, are you connected to Capricorn? Or maybe it's Capricorn energy here that's kind of, like you got somebody kind of obsessed over you. And not in an unhealthy way necessarily. It just makes I feel like they get sad. Anyway, so completely different spot. Further away, even further away, I see goats, like a whole bunch of goats, not just one goat like I did the cow. It was a whole bunch of goats. And they had leashes on them. Leashes, like little puppies. Like little farm puppies. I was like, oh, look it. Oh my God, I already told my dad I wanted a goat, which is fucking funny. Because in that Capricorn video, I was talking about, I told my dad I wanted a goat, and he was like, no, you don't want goats because goats are mean, especially billy goats. They're mean. But I said, no, I want a goat. I want more than one goat. I want a whole bunch of goats. I love goats. They're so passive. I saw that today. See, I don't believe in coincidence. Why am I seeing all these, like, you know, animals that are supposed to be in farms and in, you know, behind fences? Why am I seeing them out just walking around like not a care in the world? And what's even crazier is not only did they have leashes on like dogs, but they were all out. But the dog that was supposed to hurt them and keep them in the fence was still inside the fence and was like paranoid. You could tell the doggy was paranoid. That looked like a mean ass dog too, but sweet dog, but just there to do business. But he apparently was sleeping on the job, because those goats got out, all of them, every damn bit. They were all out, and they were just eating the grass alongside the road. And I talked to the dog. I was like, it's okay, buddy, because it almost looked like the dog was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be in so much trouble, I can't believe it, you know. Why is it that someone feels like they're going to be in trouble here if you make it any bigger than you already are, or if you succeed any more than you already have or already do? Why do I feel like that? And isn't GOAT like short for greatest of all time? It's like you've definitely mastered something, or you're in the process of mastering something, even just mastering your own look on things, your own view on things, your own perspective. Mastering yourself, self-control, focus, determination. Boy, Taurus and Aries had something very similar. You're kind of in your own little world, doing your own thing. It doesn't matter what's going on and what people tell you you can't succeed, and what it looks like on the outside might be a little impossible to achieve whatever it is you're working towards to achieve. But in your mind, you're like, as long as I'm here on this planet and I'm breathing, I'm not going to stop trying. At least I'm going to keep going. Like, you are so damn focused, and you're not afraid to put yourself out there and try new things and see if it sticks, and if it doesn't, oh well. I mean, you've probably learned by enough failures at this point now that failure builds character, and it's just made you stronger. You're quite the force to be reckoned with, if I should say so. So what are goats' spiritual meaning? Resilience and persistence. There you go. There you go. Oh, they're so cute too. Independence and strong will. I mean, this could describe you to a T. For whoever's going to resonate with this, I know it's not everybody's message, but if I've hit the nail on the head so far, some of you, it could be your own family. Maybe you got the most supportive partner ever. Maybe you're single as a Pringle. I don't know. But it's somebody here who's like, I don't know, like, oh my God, there's just like this. I mean, it could even be someone straight up in your life, like closely, who they may even say they want you to succeed in whatever you're doing, but deep down they really don't. And the reason they don't, I'm not saying they're saying it from a mean way or thinking that from a mean way, but because it makes them feel less than, and they also are afraid that you'll get too big for your britches, so to speak, or you'll just not want them anymore, not be interested in them anymore, or something like that. Or if it's someone who's already missed out on you, whether it's being your friend or your lover or whatever, then they hope But, you know, they check in on you, see how you're doing, whatever, how you're progressing. And they think, I hope you don't get too big, because whatever that means, I hope you don't become too incredibly successful, because then it will prove that I was wrong about you. Something like that. Freedom. Goats can be seen as symbols of freedom. Well, you don't say, because those goats today, Sonny, why do I keep saying Sonny? They were free as hell. Guiding you to embrace your path, even if it's unconventional. Yeah, some of you are very unconventional. Like mixed media type thing. You're very just unconventional. You like things your own way. You have your own style. In fact, I'm not sure I talked about this already. I feel like I did, but if I didn't, on Halloween, me and my dad went to a store together to get candy for the girls because it was storming. So we were like, well, we're not gonna pass out candy, even though people ended up trick-or-treating in the storm. Anyway, long story short, we got a little bit of candy, just a few little things for the girls, and went to the register. And at the register, there was a long line, and this lady walks up behind me and my dad, and she goes, I love your costume. And I wasn't going to say anything, like I almost didn't correct her, because what does it matter, you know? And I didn't get offended. I just thought, there's nothing wrong with me correcting her, you know? As long as I'm respectful about it, because she genuinely didn't mean anything by it. She thinks I'm in a costume. So I turned around and I was like, thank you so much. My uncle said the same thing a couple weeks ago. This is how I dress. She was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Well, you look really good in it. You know, she was recovering, and I'm like, no, it's okay. Honestly, like, that was really sweet of you. That's what I said to her. I was like, thank you, because she meant it. She was basically saying, like, I looked really pretty in my outfit, in my costume. But she just doesn't know I dress like that all the time. I looked like, well, kind of like I'm going to a funeral. You just never know what I'm going to wear. In fact, today I got this from Goodwill. This right here. I've been looking for a black tie forever. Black tie affair. And a white shirt. Now, it's a little stained, but what else is going to get on it? My makeup. So I don't really care. I don't need anything that's going to cost a lot of money. I love Goodwill. It's literally one of my favorite stores. Some people say don't shop at Goodwill because energy and all that. You can get a lot of cool stuff at Goodwill, let me tell you, okay? And listen, to each their own. Some people wouldn't, some people would, and I'm one of those people that would. I get my art there. I find all kinds of stuff there. Empty canvases to put art on. I mean, decor, things you can make. I mean, it's just literally, it's incredible. And if you really are good at looking, you'll find some really expensive stuff that people just didn't realize was expensive, and you can also sell that and turn it around and make more money on it. So it's like a gold mine, really, Goodwill. So I was in there and I got this whole outfit, and the lady at the register, she was like, well, this is handsome. You want to find any like pantsuit, like something to do with pantsuits with this outfit? And I was like, oh no, it's okay. She was like, well, our men's section. I was like, no, it's for me. And she's like, oh, well, I think that's cute. It's like, see, people don't know. Some people don't mean, they're not being rude. They just, you're just different, right? And there's a reason I'm talking about all this here. I'm not saying you're eccentric. I'm not saying you dress weird or different or a little odd, or I'm not saying that you, or I don't know. You're just you, okay? Whatever that is, you're just you, man or woman. There's something that's different about you, whether it's your taste in women, your taste in men, your taste in decor, your taste in outfits, your taste in hairstyles, your taste in language, in art, in literature. Maybe it's what you read, and it's like, whoa, I didn't pin you as somebody would read something like that. And it's like, well, pin me again, Daddy, because I do. Oh, there's just so much about you, man or woman, that is, it's about time to retire this alarm sound. I gotta start dinner. But yeah, what I was saying is, the whole outfit thing and all that, you're unique. And this person, whoever's looking at you kind of like, damn, I feel you leaving me behind, like you're just doing better and better and better and better and better, and like, they want better, which is nothing wrong with this. They want better in their own life and for themselves. But for some reason, they look at you like competition, or it started off as their inspiration, but I'm telling you, there's a side of it where it's competitive. It's like this competitive nature. You know what I mean? And if it's not someone who's competitive against you or with you, unbeknownst to you, or maybe you know, it could be someone who's competitive to somebody you're going to get with, or someone you're already with. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you have that ex, just throwing it out there. It doesn't have to be, though. It could be a family member. It could be a friend who's, like, competitive against, like, a new friend that you have, or a new love interest you have, or someone you get back with, or someone you're currently with. You see what I mean? It could be like that. You know how sometimes in families, I'll throw this out there, too. You'll have, like, let's say you got two brothers, and they're women. Like, this brother just got married, and this brother just started dating somebody, or whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. These two women will compete against each other, you know, and both of the brothers might know they don't really like each other, but they don't really tell each other. The women don't tell each other, but it's like this one is competing with this one, is competing with this one, is this one, you know. It's like that. That's how I feel it. You could even have neighbors that are trying to compete with you, compete with your car. Like, it's just something that they can tell you're doing well for yourself, and you're getting a lot of attention, and you're getting a lot of, or whatever, positive feedback. You're getting a lot of positive feedback. Could even be, especially in the workplace. If you're getting a lot of positive feedback in the workplace, or positive reviews, if you own your own company, it could be anything. It's making someone who is also quite self-made, or could be, or wanted to be at one time but kind of gave up on it, or I don't know. Second guess their choices, or like, why aren't I where they are, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't even hardly look at what I wrote. Oh, I said, I don't know, what is this? A little healthy competition or all out jealousy? I don't know. Could be healthy competition. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But maybe it is. Maybe it's someone you see often. Like, very often. Okay? You're their inspiration. You're somebody's muse for sure, and while they are very aware of what you have to offer and all your many gifts and talents and your energy and your aura, they're aware of all of it, okay? They're also a little sour. I don't use the word sour much. Yeah, a little sour over your everything. Yeah. You're not really concerned with it, though. You're just kind of staying in your own lane. Like, you're not comparing yourself to anybody. You're just kind of like doing you. You draw from inspiration from nature, from everything, but you also like put it together in your mind, kind of like an easy bake oven. What the hell? You just mix all these ingredients together, and then out pops whatever creativity comes from you. You know what I mean? And this person could do that as well. They just, I don't know, for some reason, are they not as motivated as you? Or maybe they are. I don't know. I really can't tell. I can't really tell. It's like they're worried that you're going to do better than them, or that because you are already doing better. Not necessarily than them, you're just doing better than you were yesterday. That's your competition, is you're doing better than you were yesterday. You're doing better than you were 3 months ago, 3 years ago. It's not you're worried about if you're doing better than them. That's what they're measuring it up on. You're measuring your success on the day before, which I love. Wow. And if this isn't resonating with any of you guys at all, and you're like, well, this doesn't really make any sense, doesn't really, whoever you have your eye on, whoever's on your mind right now, there's somebody around you there's a person who looks at them this way. Whether it's a partner of yours, a family member of yours, a friend of yours, an ex-friend of yours, an ex-partner of yours, a neighbor of yours, whatever it is, you know, a child of yours, I mean, siblings, it could be anything. And this could be how someone's kind of looking at them. Meanwhile, this is a very creative person who's super skilled and has all this talent. You know what I mean? I hear talent quest. Talent quest. Real quick, do you ever find yourself really liking something that you're good at, great at, maybe even mastered, but then there's parts of you that you also want to dabble in something else, and it's about finding the time, because you're not just creative and good at one thing. You're like a kind of like a jack of all trades. You have a lot of things that you would like to dabble in and be really good at, things you'd like to learn, things you'd like to deepen your knowledge on. See, that's me. I can't stay on just one thing forever. I get really bored and burnout. I get really burnout. I have things that I'm very passionate about and things I love. And then I have things that I really want to do, like I know I would love them, but finding the time. And so I see that here with the talent quest type energy, where that can also be where it's kind of makes people a little jealous, because you're not just good at one thing, you're good at a lot of things. Like they could never typecast you. They could never put you in a box and say you're this way or that way. Or if it's not your message, whoever's on your mind, this person could never be typecast, because they're always changing and always doing different things. I mean, it's like, oh, you no sooner think you've got someone pegged or whatever, and they pull another trick out of the fucking hat. Another rabbit. Oh, Mr. Rabbit! Oh, Mr. Rabbit! Pocket watch. Somebody with pocket watches. Handkerchiefs, pocket watches. Oh, Mr. Rabbit! There's also something here to do with ears, like fuzzy little ears, because I was just loving the goat's ears today. Like, goat ears are so cute. They were so fluffy. They looked like little pigtails, but they were ears. But they were pigtails on their little goat's ears, and the way they were chewing their little faces. They're so sweet. Oh my god. Something to do with fluffy ears? Yeah, like animal ears. Some of you may have animal ears you wear, or somebody has like animal ears. Fluffy ears, cat ears, animal ears. Some of you guys just may have hair on your ears, and you may really hate that, especially for my men out there. Because I know in cosmetology, that's one of the things, depending on the age of the man, that's one of the things that they'll ask for is shave my ears. Make sure you shave my ears. Shave the outside of my ear, the inside of my ear. I want you to make sure you shave my ear, because I feel that little hair in there, and those are some thick ass hairs too. No shame. We all get older. So somebody here either has like really kind of little fuzzy ears now, or actually wears fuzzy ears. Or maybe some sort of fluffy earrings, big earrings, puffy earrings, animal earrings. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys. Wow, I went over. I didn't even realize. I could keep talking. I love this. You're in your own lane. I feel like Aries was as well, and Taurus was as well. They're kind of going together, so I really like this. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.